EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. May now off the bootleg. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Ball again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
5.
From the shotgun, May with it. Got Dobbs over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
If you're dealing with stats in your contract, those are the types of plays that will not help you at all. In fact, they're going to hurt your yards per attempt, your yards per catch. That's not good for him.
It's so important for the offense's success. I mean, you have to have those plays.
You're exactly right. You only got to get 3 yards, and that's what they needed, and they keep the drive moving. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Crazy. There you go. Hey, what's that? 5. Crazy.
They'll throw with May. And it's caught. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Patriots defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Crazy.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Throw right side. Going to be taken in by Henry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hey, what's up?
To the air, May. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Crazy. Crazy.
Here's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. On the zone read, here's Henderson with it. And a good-looking run there as they take us inside the 20 or down to the 18-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing here is May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Get out here, you go. Hey, what's up? Yeah, you're here. Here you go.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Jets.
They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other way.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, here goes that. Hey, what's that?
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Demario Davis there on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5. Hey, here goes that. Crazy, crazy. Hey, what's up?
He'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. They sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pushing his way through. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Jones on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Jamie and Sherwood there to make the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
36-yard line.
They'll throw with May.
Short pass caught by Henry. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Garfield. Crazy. 5. Crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it. Completed out left to Dallas.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Williams brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. Doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Once more with Henderson. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, New England. Cora Dallas now for the extra point.
And the lead now 3 touchdowns at 21 points. kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find his man. That's Tanner again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off and catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Crazy, crazy.
Here's May. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
32. And the Jets first down.
They'll look to throw here. Lots of screen pass. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
At the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Pats are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Pats at the line ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They work now on 2nd and 9. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Hey, what's up?
On first down, it's Henderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, here we go, tonight. Hey, what's up? Hey, Garfield. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carries down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Looking to throw, May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice throw there by the young rookie from Penn State, and then it's a first down. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's another Jets first down.
The
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
That's another Jets first down.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 14.
And a spike comes here, and that stops the clock at 25 seconds.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Mike.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the